What's up, folks? Sorry about that. Little technical difficulties on my end. I really am sorry about that. But thank you so much for tuning back in. So we were talking about renewing the mind and the rebirthing process of your mind and whatnot, and how powerful the subconscious mind is. Once again, the subconscious mind just collects data that we don't even know that it's collecting. And our conscious mind is the part of us that's always conscious to things that are going on, like right now. You know what I mean? Like right now. But the subconscious mind is the part of us that I like to look at it like this. The conscious mind is on top. The subconscious mind is on the bottom. And so whatever you're thinking in your conscious mind, if you think on it and dwell on it long enough, it just seeps down into the subconscious mind. And I like to think of that as like a 21-day period. You know what I mean? And so you'll create a habitual thought pattern, if that makes any sense. But you can really get things to go down into your subconscious mind by, for instance, affirmations, or again, just dwelling on something constantly, just dwelling on a thought constantly. It'll go into your subconscious mind, and before you know it, you'll be receiving those same thoughts over and over again that you let seep down into your subconscious mind and your conscious mind. I know that's crazy, right? But yeah, guys, so sorry about that. I'm gonna give y'all some time to get back in this live or whatever. It's so hot over here right now. That's why I'm sipping this water. But yeah, it's very important that you make sure you know thyself and you learn yourself and whatnot, because you are your own worst enemy. Most of the times when we think that it's other people who are getting on our nerves, or making us upset and things like that, it's really not. It's just really us. We tend to have a belief that the outside world is against us because things might not be going our way this day, so forth and so forth. But we have to, recollect ourselves and realize that it's always us. And I always say this in my videos, but the imagination is super duper powerful. Like, the imagination is so powerful that you could be thinking about stuff that's not even really happening, and most of us let our own imagination take us out of our element, because we could be thinking so many things that aren't even really true in our imagination, because the imagination paints all these images and pictures in our head. And it's just very hard sometimes to keep yourself balanced and to keep yourself aligned and calm with a sound mind, to believe that everything is cool, everything is great, they like me, they don't hate me, and so it's very powerful, man. The mind is very powerful. That's what we talk about here on the Infamous Living Room Network. For you new subscribers who are just now subscribed, I know about 10 or 15 of you subscribed today. Thank you so much for tuning in, folks. We normally do Super Chat live every Saturday at 8 o'clock, but we're going to switch it up just to see where people are coming from. I know people all around the world, and they're having a hard time, tuning in due to their time zone and whatnot. So just bear with me on the Super Chat lives. If you can make it in anytime I go live this week, I will gladly appreciate it. That'll help me understand the statistics better after these videos when I go back and look at the analytics. But we're talking about renewing of the mind. So if you have any questions that you want to ask, just feel free to just type those questions out. Make it short and spiffy, and I'll gladly appreciate it. But renewing the mind, even for me, it was not easy. I went through a lot of obstacles, a lot of adversities, just to renew my mind. And folks, like I said, these obstacles and adversities are not really real. Most of the time, it's just illusions that you're living out in reality, coming from your very own mind. I know that's crazy. That's hard to even fathom. A lot of people say, that you're crazy if you talk to them like that. But most of the time, in order to defeat like a certain thought pattern you might have in your mind, a negative thought pattern, like for instance, you might say, I don't want to stay in this this neighborhood because I fear that my house will get broken into because I think it's a bad neighborhood and it looks like a bunch of, you know, criminal-minded individuals walk around here on a day-to-day basis. Okay, but you take somebody else over here who, you know, doesn't have that same thought belief. They move into that same neighborhood and they never get their house broken into, or, you know, they never have anybody to approach them in a negative way or anything like that. They don't get, you know, beat up or anything. So, you know, it's just two different people with two different perceptions. Perception is powerful. Paradigms. People are in different paradigms. For instance, you could be standing next to somebody and y'all might see the same thing with your very own eyes, like with your two eyes. Y'all might see everything he might see everything that I see, but he might have a different perspective in what he sees, like, because I'm in a different paradigm. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this person might see the world in a negative point of view, but I see the world in a positive point of view. And so you can apply this to anything. You can apply this to what you read, what you listen to in music, what you watch on TV. Everything is good. There's beauty in the world everywhere. You know, there's love everywhere. I just watched this video. A friend of mine just sent me about love and how it's everywhere. It's just your perception of how you listen to the music, what you get out of it. Do you see the music as an inspirational piece of artwork, or do you see it as, oh, that's negative, you know, that's bad, you know, they're talking about negative things, but this person hears the music in an inspirational light? Or when you watch TV, you know, you might see, oh, that's violence, you know, people are getting shot up and killed and this and that, but it's just really a movie. You understand what I'm saying? It's just really a movie, but the person that's sitting beside you might think that, wow, this is a nice produced movie. The producers really did. Look at that. The camera angles are even right. Man, this is a nice produced movie, you know. I like it, you know what I mean? And so it's just different perceptions. What I'm trying to get you to do is change your perception to a positive perception. And so I'm pretty sure that you know that. But that's really powerful, man. That's really powerful. Energy is everything, you know, when it comes down to renewing your mind. When you have your mind renewed to focus only on the positive things, you get higher levels of energy and vibration, you know, and you start oscillating at a higher level to where you can only have certain people around you, even because, you know, some people might not have that level of energy to even, you know, associate with you because your energy might be so high. So it gets deeper and deeper and deeper, especially when you've gotten past the point of, you know, the paradigm shift of renewing your mind. Like, once you've actually renewed your mind enough to where you can start to see positive results in your life, like you're using the law of attraction now, which I know you are because a lot of y'all like those LOA videos. But when you're using the law of attraction now, you see things attracting and you see things manifesting, you have renewed your mind because you have come to a point where you realize that my thoughts create my reality. And on the live chat earlier, I was telling you all about, you know, before you get up to this point, you know, you're going through those setbacks, those adversities, you know, people, you know, getting on your nerves and stuff like that. You're not really understanding. You thinking that, what's up, C? You thinking everything is going against you. You think everybody's negative, this and that, blase, blase. You don't see life like that, you know, because you're renewing those thought processes. And thoughts, guys, thoughts in your mind are like branches on trees. They grow if you give them power, meaning if you think about a thought for too long or for a long time, it grows, it grows. What's up, Donald? It grows, it grows, it grows, it grows, it grows. Like, for instance, this is a thought, this is a thought. Okay, let me put it like this. Okay, let's say you have a dream car that you're trying to manifest, right? Okay, this is the dream car you're trying to manifest, but you want a red car. You want a red car. Okay, so these are two different thoughts, right? So these thoughts are connected to each other. This is your dream car, Bentley, Ferrari, Range Rover, Phantom, Rolls Royce, whatever. And this is your color red. Okay, these thoughts are connected like this, right? So that means that when you go out every day, you're gonna try to find that dream car because it's in your mind. For instance, that doesn't make any sense. It's hard to explain this stuff, but just know that thoughts in your head are connected like this. but they're not touching. They just connected like this, and dendrites go back and forth from thought to thought, transferring information back and forth. So there are many of these thoughts in your head like tree branches. There are many of these thoughts in your head that are like tree branches, and they can change and connect with another thought. Like this thought here can change and come over here to this thought, and it can connect to another thought, and it just goes on and on and on based on how you are changing your mind. If you really want to know how your brain works, folks, just look at a tree and look at all the branches on it, and look at all the leaves and stuff on it, and notice the slow growth of a tree, or notice the slow growth of a plant. It's the same way that the mind grows thoughts. It don't happen overnight. You know, you're going to have to water it. You're going to have to go back in your thought life on that negative thought and put some affirmations on top of it. You know, yes, I am strong. Yes, I can do this. You know, yes, I will come in first place. Yes, I am the fastest runner. No, you're not the fastest runner. You didn't beat the last girl that you ran against. Yes, I did beat the last. You know, you got to manipulate yourself, folks. I'm telling you, this is serious stuff. And so when you get to that shift, when you start noticing a little bit of positive results in your life, when you start to see a little bit of things manifest, you know, it's off to the races, folks. You're going to start being able to manifest all kind of things. Trust me, I've been doing it, and I see major results in my life right now. And I've been doing it for like 3 years now, and I see ultimate results in my life right now. So can't nobody convince me, and should nobody be able to convince you that it's not real. It is real, folks. You know what amazes me? It amazes me how some folks allow themselves to do the same thing over and over and over and over again. Like, you know how to, I'm not talking about nobody because that's not what I do, but I got to give you guys examples. You know how like a rat runs around that wheel, but it's like, don't he realize that he just keep running around the wheel? But he don't. Why? Because he's unconscious to the fact that he's running around a wheel. For all we know, he could be just running thinking that, you know, somebody's watching him. So he'll get out that tank or that cage that he's stuck in. Like, please let me out. I'm worthy. I can do it. I can do it. You see what I'm doing? I got the capabilities. I got the ability. You see what I'm doing? I'm just running. I'm running. Come on, let me out. Let me free. You know, but in all actuality, he ain't never gonna get out until he realize I'm running the wheel and it ain't going nowhere but in circles, you know. And so that's just it don't set too well with me, man. I really have a problem with people like that, you know. And so, you know, folks, this renewing of the mind stuff is serious because it affects your whole life. It affects your whole life. It affects your life on all levels. Whether you're in relationships, it's your job, the way you dress, you know, your attitude. When you're changing your mind from what you thought you were to who you know you are, it is gonna be mind-boggling. Like I told you in my videos a while back, folks, when I was going through my little transformation process, which I still am today, I was having a lot of anxiety, man. I was going through a lot of anxiety. I had a lot of fear. I had a lot of fear because I was afraid of what he say and what she say and what people was gonna think about me being a positive person. Because like I said, I grew up hard. I grew up hard. Like, you know, I grew up from a mindset that you had to be bad or you had to be negative in order to get treats and to get rewarded. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up like that, and that was in my mind all the time. And so I looked up to the people that was, you know, doing bad things. I looked up to the people that was doing bad things, and you know, that was stained in my mind all the time. And so I didn't realize all this stuff until I got a little bit older. Like, you know what? Why haven't I accomplished the things that I really want to accomplish? Or why are people accomplishing things? How do people accomplish these things if they came from the same place I came from? How did people start to live their purposes? What is all about? What they doing that I ain't doing? You know, and so you get to a point like that, You know, when you get to a point like that, that's when you start to see the truth in life, because you start hearing your friends' stories and everybody that you look up to story. You start hearing all their stories and what they went through, and you start putting it together like. So you mean to tell me they just woke up and they realized that they can do this a different way? You be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And so that's the renewing of the mind. That's rebirth. That's the rebirth. It's just like the movie The Matrix. You know, it's just like when they call Neo. You know, it's a sign. That whole movie is like a symbolic movie. You know, it's like the universe, like God calls you and like, you know, hey, look, I want to choose you to do something. You know what I mean? You're like, what? I get a call like, what? Who's this? I want to go back to sleep and lay in my bed and get up and go to work in the morning. That's what I'm comfortable with. You know what I mean? But it's like, nah. Do you really want to take the? You really want to do this or not? Which pill you want? The blue or the red? Do you want to go back into the matrix and be on a rat race and just be going to do things that everybody else is doing, following the trend, following the status quo, being what everybody else tell you to be, you know, not having a mind of your own, not being able to think for yourself, you know, always looking up to somebody else and, you know, not really having any true love for yourself. Is that what you want, or do you want to love yourself first, and then other people will see that it's okay to love yourself, and you will be leading by example, and then they will begin to love themselves and treat themselves with some respect, and then you'll put that same power in everybody else around you that grow up with you, that go to work with you, whatever. You put that same power in everybody around you. Then now you got 30 million smiling faces. Once upon a time, everybody was just dreading the day, you know, just walking around like that. Now everybody got smiling faces. Everybody feel good about themselves. Everybody feel good about their life. Why? Because you decided to lead by example. You know, rather than just talking it, you started living it. And so that's the rebirth. You know, that's like what Neo in the movie Matrix, you know, what happened to him, and he got to a point, you know what, I ain't running no more. Asians chasing me, whatever, fear, the devil, whatever you want to call it. I ain't running from that no more. I'm not running no more. I got power. I can stop bullets. Matter of fact, it ain't even bullets coming at me. It's my perception. I fear what I'm afraid of. But I'm really not afraid of anything. It's just my perception of what I've been taught to fear. Understand what I'm saying? So, oh man, it's good stuff. I can talk about this for years and years upon years and reincarnate and come back and keep talking about it. But yeah, once again, folks, thank y'all, everybody that's tuned in right now. I can't see nothing right now on my screen, but I'm just trying to do the super chat live on different times of the week and whatnot, so we can see when the most people in the room, so that way I can get a good understanding of, you know, who is not getting to watch these super chat live, because it's very important, because our channel is getting bigger and bigger and bigger every single day, folks. We'll be on our 700 video this week. 700 videos. I think I'm at like I think I'm at like 692 right now, and it's gonna be 700 soon, and we about to go into 4,000 subscribers, and that's good because y'all keep sharing these videos and stuff like that. I didn't see that question, man. You might have to post it one more time for me, please. I'm gonna go to 20 minutes, folks, and I'm gonna bounce. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you didn't watch the first chat, make sure you go watch that. I was interrupted. Yeah, so I didn't see that question. You might have to write that question again, buddy. I think it was CEC. But yeah, folks, it's very important. Make sure you protect your mind. Make sure you always keep yourself from thinking negative thoughts. Listen, if you have any type of mental battles and mental verbal battles with yourself, make sure it's about something positive. Like not being motivated when you know you're supposed to be motivated. Like not getting like not getting your business work done when you know you're supposed to get your business work done. Not doing your work when you know you're supposed to be doing your work. Argue to yourself about stuff like that. But don't get into those inner verbal arguments about people that you have no control over, circumstances that are no longer valid. History. It doesn't matter. You know, ex-boyfriends and ex-girlfriends are not even with you no more. I wonder who she's with right now. Bro, you can't even think about that right now. You gotta live your life. Okay? Can't nobody live your life but you. But anyway, folks, thank y'all so much for tuning in, guys. I'm Trent Sanderson of the infamous Living Realm Network. Make sure you continue to share these videos, folks. If you want to do personal consultations, I do that all the time with so many Realm team members. Make sure you just go to the website, www.thelivingroomnetwork.org. Just get a consultation. I even lowered the price on a few of those consultations there, so it's very, very affordable for you. And if you want to become a Realm team member rather than just be a subscriber and get that 30-minute consultation every single month, whether it be talk, text, email, social network, just go to the website and just sign up. It's only $19.99 a month, folks. Inexpensive. And I'll be able to talk to you 30 minutes anytime you want every single month. Other than that, folks, stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.